השם שלו יקק וביורי ארבע לא אלו אדנו ישמחו מכל רואי ישמח את נפשך אדנו ישמח ציצור ביחו מעטו ביד אוילו. Join me in giving some tzedakah and we will merit imminently the geula, definitely the right time, the month of Tamuz, which is called Chodesh HaGeula. A number of events, in fact, as I had spoken last week on Rosh Chodesh, about different events which happened in the month of Tamuz. And some of the questions that we posed: how come we're using a name of an idol for a Jewish month? And the fact that the month seems to be contradicting itself from the saddest moments to redemptive moments. How does all this fit into the name, in the umbrella of the month of Tammuz? We also spoke obviously about Gimel Tammuz on Friday, which was the Shabbos, the day where the Rebbe decided to take a new way, if I may put it this way, of leading us in a manner that he's physically concealed but extremely present, which deserves a little bit more explanation. Today, being that it is the fourth day of the month of Tammuz, I think it's only fair we should spend a moment and talk about one of the greatest figures in Judaism, whose Yohrtzeit is on the 4th of Tammuz. And that is, as known, called Rabeinu Tam. Rabeinu Tam was one of the most famous rabbinic leaders from France. His name was Rabbeinu Yaakov ben Meir Tam, and that's why he's called as Rabeinu Tam. And he passed away on the 4th of Tammuz in the year creation 4931, passed away at the age of 71. He was born in the city of Ramrupt, which is in north central France, in the year 4860, that is corresponding to the year 1100. And he was born as a grandchild. Rashi, Rabbi Shlomo Yitzchaki, fundamentally famous teacher of all of Torah, of all of Judaism, Rashi, which also represents Rabbon Shel Yisrael, the teacher of all of us. No one can learn Chumash, no one can learn Talmud without Rashi. And Rashi at the time, his grandfather was 60 years old. The mother, that is Rashi's daughter, the name Yocheved, and the father was Rabbi Meir, who was also a great scholar, and in fact he was Rabbeinu Tam's teacher. Rabbeinu Tam himself was a very wealthy financier, and he was a personal friend of the governor of the province. After his father's death, Rabbeinu Tam became the head of the great yeshiva in his native town. At one point it included 80 students, and most of them were the authors of the Tosafos, which is a classic commentary in the Talmud. When you open a Gemara, on one side you have Rashi's explanation, on the other side is Tosafos. Rashi is basic explanation, Tosafos is more in-depth, more pilpuldik. Rabbeinu Tam had a terrible experience and narrowly escaped from death. It was in the year 1147, on the second day of Shavuos, 1147, which corresponds to the year 4907, the Crusaders forced their way into town and pillaged and massacred many Jews. They also broke into Rabbeinu Tam's home, plundered all his wealth, and wounded Rabbeinu Tam to the point that he nearly lost his life, if not for the fact that one of the leaders of those wicked guys saved him. After that, he went to live in the city of Troyes, which was actually the native city of his grandfather Rashi, where he continued to study and continued his work. Troyes was a famous center of learning in those days. Later on in his life, Rabbeinu Tam again saw trouble. And again his brothers, his brethren, were cruelly persecuted. Rabeinu Tam, known mostly for his halachic opinions, recorded in a Sefer, which is called Sefer HaYosher, and on commentary on the Talmud, including many on Rashi's opinions. He's also very famous for the Tefilin, the difference of opinion that he has with Rashi about the order of the parshas which have to be set inside the box, the bottom of the Tefillin. There is an unsubstantiated claim that apparently when Rashi was a little boy, when Rabeinu Tam was a little boy, his grandfather was playing with him on his lap, and the Rabeinu Tam pulled his tefillin because Rashi sat with tefillin all day, and Rashi apparently it said, one day he's going to disagree with me on my tefillin. But since there's a difference of opinion, we put on both. Soon Mashiach will be here to tell us why we really need to put on both. But let this happen right now.